So today is what? Today is a Wednesday night. Okay. Wednesday, the 27th. So a couple of weeks ago, Daryl and I were at the Ceramic Center in St. Petersburg, and it's a phenomenal place. It's got a gallery, it has studios, there are artists in residence, there are classes, and it was a converted train station, former train station. There's a cafe, it's awesome.
Wow.
Outside, they have raku kilns, fire kilns that are like, I mean, like, it's a world-class facility. It really is a world-class ceramic facility. And we went there on one of our first outings together. And I love ceramics. I love teaching it. It was one of my favorite things to teach my kids. Having a kiln, working with the clay, it was my favorite thing. So I get all like giddy when I go. When I got there, I was just like in heaven, like a kid. I was just like, you know me and how I just get all excited, you know that. So we walk outside to the raku kiln area, and there's this lady. She had talked to us inside, and she, we started striking up a conversation. And she said, "Wow, you really get excited about this." I was like, "Oh yeah, I love it. I love ceramics." She goes, "What do you do? What do you do for a living?" I was like, "Well, I'm on leave right now, but I'm really an elementary art teacher and I love teaching ceramics." And she goes, "Oh, I'm looking for a summer school ceramic teacher for my little kids for like age 6 to 10. And I'm like, "Oh my God, that's me." And she's like, the second I saw your face, I knew I needed to offer you the job. So I was basically offered to teach for how many weeks? 8 weeks. And I said, "Well, I can't do the month of June, but I'll do the whole month of July. I'll teach for 4 weeks straight. And it's 5 days a week, $500 a week. And I get to teach ceramics." And I mean, it was like one of these heavenly things. The sky opened up, the angels sang. I was like high as a kite. It was like an answer. It was just such an answer to prayer, because I miss teaching so much and I miss clay so much. So it was just one of these beautiful spirit, this moment's like the synchronicity of it was just too much. So I filled out the application and I gave her my email. We exchanged emails, and about 4 weeks go by and I haven't heard anything about it. So I sent an email to her today, and I said, "Hi, I'm just checking in and seeing if we're on for July." And I get an email back, and she says, "Ann, I'm so sorry, but 2 of my regular teachers took the positions."
Wow.
And she said, I got sick with COVID and I never got back to you, but I'd like to fit you in somewhere. I really like your energy." And I was heartbroken, like fucking devastated.
Oh my gosh.
I was just like, I've been researching projects. I've been looking online. I was looking at my house for my ceramics textbooks from when I took it and when I was getting my master's. I mean, I was so fucking excited to do this again. So I'm like, what's the lesson in this, right? So like, what is the lesson in this? So, this is what I need to find out. And I think like everything is coming up for everybody now. Like, there's just too much going on energetically. So I'm spoiled, damn it. I'm spoiled and I want to remain spoiled. So I don't like these these dips in energy. I don't like them. And then on top of everything, I realized, you know, one of the only TV shows that I really like to watch is This Is Us. I like that show on NBC. And so a couple of the episodes had to do with the breakdown of two of the characters, Toby and Kate. They were married on this show, and they kind of accelerate, but it basically the marriage breaks down. And it brought up a lot of issues for me about my marriage breaking down and all this shit. So anyway, I just kind of need to know, because, all right, so when that happened, what I go into is I go into panic mode about, oh my God, has my vibration dropped?
Yeah.
Am I no longer in the graces of 5D? You know, like I want everything to be perfect, but of course we know everything is not going to be perfect, and we all have struggles and everything like that. So I would like to ask Spirit to give me a little bit of guidance, and what exactly is the lesson that I need to learn from having this really big disappointment. You know, I'd really like Spirit. I need a little bit of that. So let's see what happens. It took us a little bit longer to get through to you today, to ground you out today, because yes, your vibe has dipped a little bit. We are raw. We are the Raw Collective. Understand that this ascension process is a maybe 2-3 steps forward and 1.5 step back kind of process. You're not just going to catapult smooth sailing out of this turbulent times unscathed. And to think that everything is going to be smooth sailing is, my dear one, a bit naive. But of course we understand you, and we understand how you wish things to be. You wish things to be perfect. You wish things to be easy. You wish things to be blissful. And if you take a look at your life, you'll notice that most of it is. But then again, where are you? Then again, look about you. You are in a world filled with chaos. You are in a density filled with conflict. And unfortunately, it is part and parcel of the nature of your being to get tossed about a bit. Even getting into the 4th dimensional framework of your existence, living through the heart, living through love. Yes, that is a much better place to dwell than to dwell in fear and caught up in the chaos of everything that happens around you. But it is the nature of your existence to get tossed around a bit. Does that mean that you will never be able to teach again? Does that mean that you will never be able to put your hands on clay again? Of course not. It does not mean that at all. What it means is this is a hiccup. This is just a reminder that there is much work to be done. You and each and every one of you do not live apart from the collective. You are part of the collective. It is the nature of the energetic web in which you dwell. So where there is a tug on that tarp, let us say, if you imagine a kind of sun shield, for example, and there's something that's holding it up, if something pulls down on another part of it, there's going to be a stress on the entire fabric. So what you experience, dear one, is just that. Is it a reflection on you? No, it's not a reflection on you. But it is something that you must understand. Right now is when you have to do, and you did, by the way, your work of lifting yourself up, forgiving the whole situation, doing something for yourself that makes you feel good, whether it be getting your nails done, whether it means having a bit of ice cream, whether it means whatever it's going to take, preferably something that doesn't, take you too far off another range of motion, right? You don't want to finish off a 6-pack of beer or anything like that just because you want to self-indulge. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that you realize the fact that you're off track and you go into self-care mode. And you go into self-care mode with the highest love intention for you. So we will tell you that what you did by turning on a tune that made you happy and doing a little samba baby, as our dear one, Ralph Smart, says, doing something like that is the proper response to the disappointments that you encounter in your day-to-day life. The last thing we wish to say to our dear one today, as she inquires about this particular situation, is that there is and there was the hope of a financial tie to this. So she is also disappointed that she will not be making the income that she had expected to make. So what we say to you, dear one, is this. It is not always about the money. And we understand it's very tricky for you, but don't tie anything to that currency. Do not tie your happiness or be disappointed because you will not be receiving that currency. You have potential to draw in more abundance than just what that job would have offered you. So that is the last comment we have. We bless this group. We bless this effort. The effort that our dear one is making is commendable. And she struggles with her self-esteem. It is indeed a charming part of who she is, her vulnerability. But understand that her ethic of forging forward has saved her life on more than one occasion. As we say, we are raw. We are the Raw Collective. We reach out to all souls at this crucial moment and wish them peace, courage, fortitude, and above all, self-love. All right.